What's up, fight fans? Matthew Stucker here with a very special guest, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, how are we doing, brother?
I'm good, my man.
So, you posted on social media the other day. You're kind of fired up about the Canelo fight. Why didn't you like that fight?
Because it was boring.
What?
I mean, when a fighter throws one punch, when two fighters throw one punch in one round, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I'm a fighter who has been in there, in the line of fire, throwing 100 punches around. Like, the fans want to be entertained. So that was my critique, is coming from a fighter, coming from a world champion. Yeah, I was bored.
In your perspective, why don't you think he could have stopped Charlo?
No, he could have stopped Charlo. He should have. I mean, you don't. First of all, you had a fighter who was there just for the payday, literally. I mean, he's in the biggest stage of his life. Go out there and take some risks. You know, fight hard. People paid their money. People buy it on pay-per-view. Fight hard, because when you fight hard, you don't lose anything. When it's a great fight, there's no loser.
At the post-fight, Canelo said that he's back and unstoppable at 168. What do you think about those comments? Is it correct?
I'm actually happy and excited that he's thinking that. I'm excited that he's literally saying that, because now we're gonna finally see a Benavidez Canelo fight. If he's unstoppable, then, man, it's great for boxing. It's great for the sport. We'll continue to watch Canelo as long as he lasts. We'll continue to watch these big fights, and that's what boxing needs.
You met with Bob Arum yesterday. Is there anything you could share about that meeting, what you guys have going during the press conference?
Yeah, there's really no details I can mention, but let's just say that some really big fights are going to happen very soon. And that's why I called out all promoters like Eddie Hearn, like Al Heyman, who's probably going to be impossible to talk to because nobody ever sees him. But we want to bring promoters together to work together and just create and the biggest fights possible for the fans. That's all I want to do, and that's what boxing deserves.
What do you think of Showtime ending boxing coverage? There are rumors that PBC is going to Amazon. Is that kind of what you're hoping for when you're having this call to arms for all promoters, that you guys could kind of cooperate and get something better?
I'm actually not happy about it that Showtime is not involved in boxing. I mean, obviously it's only a rumor, but where there's smoke, there's fire, right? I literally love watching Showtime boxing. I love, them building fighters and champions and making big events. It'll not be good for the sport not having Showtime, but it does create opportunity. That's for sure. I think that boxing is the best, the purest, the most beautiful sport in the world when the best fight the best. Boxing will always reign. Boxing will always survive. Boxing will find a way. But as long as we can have these big major fights happen.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl cards, you made a post the other day. We're looking at possible opponents for Ryan Garcia.
Sure.
Would you prefer Tank or Teofimo at this stage for Ryan?
Well, I'm not sure about Tank moving up to 140 yet. He can make, I believe, 135 pretty easy, and he'll dominate at 135 pounds. I talked to Bob about Teofimo, and it's a huge fight. It's an amazing fight. Why not? But that's the type of conversations I want to have with promoters. Let's make these fights happen. Imagine Bob, who promotes Shakur Stevenson, and I have William Cepeda. They've talked about that. Let's make it happen on the same card, on the same night. Maybe it's wishful thinking from me. Maybe I'm dreaming too big, but I do want to make it happen.
Yeah, I think all of us do. Speaking of big fights, Tim Tszyu He's got a fight coming up. Virgil Ortiz moving up in weight
Sure.
after his health issues.
Sure.
How is Virgil doing right now? And do you see that fight coming along?
Virgil Ortiz, from what I hear, is healthy. He's ready. He's motivated. He's a hard worker. Probably one of the hardest working fighters on the planet today. He's ready. He's ready to move up in weight. He's a big kid. So I can understand the health issues that he was having, because I was a fighter myself and I went through that as well too. But Virgil Ortiz at 154 or 160 will be a beast in front of anybody. So any world champion out there at 154 or 160, guess what? You're gonna have a contender in front of you very soon in Virgil Ortiz.
Oscar, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
And see you at the weigh-in.
Sounds good.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.